Today is Holy Thursday, and the church celebrates two great mysteries. The greatest mystery, the mystery of God's love for us, which is the institution of the Eucharist, but also, and along with it, the institution of the Catholic priesthood, because there's no Eucharist without the priest, and the priesthood doesn't make sense without the Eucharist. They are together, they are linked for all eternity, because when Jesus thought about staying with us on this earth, he needed to create a way, and he invented the Eucharist, and he invented the priesthood. He gave his own priesthood to men like us, sinners and with flaws and imperfections, to perpetuate this presence until the end of the age. And that is what we celebrate today. But I want to focus more on the Eucharist. It's an awesome day just to reflect on this gift of Jesus' love. Of course, because of the context of Holy Week, we cannot celebrate the Eucharist with a lot of processions and flowers and everything, because after the Last Supper, Jesus goes to the Garden of Gethsemane to begin his passion. But still, the church wants us to admire and to embrace the love of Christ in the Eucharist. Christ knew that he was leaving this earth. He knew that after the Paschal mystery, he was going to go back to the Father in heaven. And he said, but I want to stay with these guys. I love them so much. What can I do? And he said, well, I can invent something. I'm God. So I can come up with a way to stay with them forever. And he instituted the Eucharist. The Eucharist, that is the renewal of his sacrifice on the cross, the perpetuation of his presence, and his love for each one of us in communion. That is what we celebrate today. The fact that God wants to stay with us. When somebody loves, wants that union. A union that is, first of all, presence. When you love somebody and you don't see that person, you miss them. I wish I can talk to them. I wish I could see them. Well, the same happens with Jesus. He wants to be with us. So he created this way to stay and not to leave us a picture, a photograph, a relic. He himself stayed among us. That is the Eucharist, his presence among us. But for Jesus, it was not enough to be among us. It was not enough to be there. He wanted to be with us, within us. He wanted that union. And there's no more profound union than receiving Jesus in the Eucharist. So today, as we celebrate the mystery of God's love, let us give thanks to God for this gift of his presence among us, his sacrifice for us, but especially the union that he wants to have with us. So tonight, when we receive Jesus during the Last Supper, the celebration of the Last Supper, let us first of all give him thanks for this gift, but also let us make this resolution to never get used to the Eucharist. We have that temptation to get used to things. So the worst thing that could happen to us Christians, to us priests, to people who receive Jesus in the Eucharist is to get used to that. So let us renew our wonder. I am receiving God. God himself comes to me. So let us ask Jesus that we may never, ever get used to his presence among us and to that union that he wants to have with us. Happy Holy Thursday, and may God bless you all.